The amendment, gentleman from New Jersey.
Thank you. Since this was the Hensarling-Garrett amendment, I just wanted to mention very briefly my support of the amendment. And as I sit here and listen to the explanation from the chair and from the other side of the aisle, I don't know about you, but I'm curious if anybody's out watching this right now on TV, if they're as confused right now as they may be once this is implemented. They're wondering, what is Congress potentially going to do to them? Here we sit for several hours, and now just a half hour or 20 minutes on this one amendment, and from some of the brightest minds on both sides of the aisle, we get into a disagreement as exactly, is it an exemption, is it not an exemption, is it a qualification, is it a carve-out, is it not a carve-out? And this is before we even get through the rest of the process and all the rulemaking and everything else gets implemented. My gosh, if you're one of those small businesses, as again my friend Mr. Barrett or Mr. Manzullo was referring to before, if you're one of those who are watching this hearing today saying, what is Congress going to do to me? I have a hard enough time with unemployment going through the roof, with the banks. Gee, I hear this from both sides of the aisle already, all the time. Banks are telling us that we just can't get loans from banks right now, regardless, because things are so tight out there. The credit markets are so tight. We can't get credit. We can't get loans. We can't expand our business. Unemployment's going through the roof. I can't make sales, and so on and so forth. And now Congress is debating among itself, and they can't figure out what they're about to pass. How in the world am I going to do it? Well, the only way you're going to be able to do it, I guess, is to spend more money, hire lawyers and accountants and other folks just to be able to deal with this problem. So that's why I commend the gentleman from Texas, Mr. Hensarling, for this legislation. And actually, I commend Mr. Promoter as well for his amendments earlier, which you might say go a step in this direction, maybe a half a step in this direction. That's why I wish that, quite honestly, that he did not withdraw his amendments, because he had two good amendments, and I think that they were at least cognizant of the fact that what we are about to pass, and I have no doubts that at the end of the day or at the end of next week. Huh?
At the end of many days,
after many days, I was going to say into next week, eventually will pass over our strenuous objection, that it will be a convoluted compilation of a Byzantine matrix of rules and regulations that no one can decipher for many months and years without quite the delivery of other attorneys and experts and the like. And that is not what our economy needs right now. That is not what our small businesses need right now. That is not what all those folks, those 3 million some odd people who are out of work right now. I would have expressed it this way: if you're out of a job, it's like being at the bottom of a barrel looking up, when am I going to get out of this situation? All those people out there looking to Congress to do something to enhance, improve the situation, rather than go in the other direction. As Mr. Himes already indicated, he believes that this ultimately is going to, not this amendment, the bill is going to tighten up the credit market to some degree. It will. So, Mr. Hensarling, I commend your amendment here that tries to give us a true exemption, a true carve-out to those smaller businesses who, as most people here have already agreed, were not the principal actors in what brought us to this situation. We're not the ones who caused the problems. We're not the titans of industry that brought us to this situation that we find ourselves in today. Those should be carved out. They are the generators of jobs in the past and will be the generators of jobs in the future if Congress simply does not get in the way of allowing them to engage in their entrepreneurial spirit, to engage in their creativity, to engage in allowing them to flourish as small businesses has always done over the last 200 years in this country. I support the amendment, and I would hope and encourage my colleagues who seem to, some of these members on the other side of the aisle, see the significance of this type of carve-out and true exemption would support it as well. And with that,
I'm about to recognize